Yeah, if you go to the YouTube channel, it's not on.
No, it's not.
Oh, I just had the preview going. Sorry, guys. I'm new at this.
That's all right.
So we'll
said-
upload this one. Okay, no problem.
You did say that.
Okay,
You gotta
we're
start
live!
over, or is it legit? Is it gonna
All right, guys,
upload the whole thing?
Kyle, let's get that intro again.
Was that practice?
Now that we're actually
Was that
live.
practice? Is that what now we're live?
That was just
Oh my
practice. That
God.
was just practice, guys. We all love hanging out, right?
Oh, Lord.
That's what we love doing.
Well, at least
Take-
like some
take
of the
two.
people who forget won't feel
This
as
one is
bad.
recording, so good.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, guys. My bad.
All right,
literally
so
thought-
let's do this again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the ad hoc, completely unplanned Community Excellence Awards. So just don't judge this program based on our level of excellence, but we're going to give you guys all shout outs because honestly, everybody out there is really kicking butt. And it just makes sense for us to recognize each other at what everybody's doing. And just talking about some of these people that we've created this crazy list, and we're still creating it. So if you guys want to jump in and join us, please do. This is open to anybody. We can all talk. We can have a good time. But this list we're coming together, we're going to basically come up with a list of maybe 100, 200 people, and we're going to mint a whole bunch of space coins, and we're going to get everybody a reward just because you guys are all awesome. And that's about it. So obviously we're going to miss people. We're going to forget people because we're moving fast and we're totally unplanned. And please, please, please don't feel like, this was intentional. We will do this again. And if you want to be heard and you want to be included, say what's up, come on in. And just in case we do miss anybody, we are also including everybody on Eog's art mint NFT. So that's by default. So we didn't disclude you. Carry on.
All right. Thank you, Kyle. And I apologize to everyone that's already in here. We're going to try this again. I forgot to hit the go live button, so I don't get an excellence award. I'm sorry, guys. But I would like.
This feels like we've done this before. It's because we have.
Yeah. At least, half of it.
We're just having fun. But we truly do want to recognize our wonderful Cardano community members, like all of us that are here and participating and contributing. This is all for what we're creating together. So it's really important that we take this time to recognize each other. So with that said, I would like to first go down our list. We have Ahmed Oladel. His stake pool is Anka, ANQA. It's so he had literally had the first African stake pool operation. I think he was part of. Do you know if he was part of the ITN phase? It's not important, but I think he was. And so he's running 2 nodes in Nigeria, and he's also a co-founder of SPOCRA. So shout out to
Ahmed's
Ahmed.
ITN.
Yeah, I thought he was.
Back
Yeah.
to Bootstrap. Oh yeah, I know Ahmed.
Ahmed's a good guy. So shout out to Ahmed. Next, we got. I'm gonna jump around here a little bit just to make it interesting, so I don't sound like I'm just repeating myself because I don't like doing that. Okay, so we're gonna move on down here to Felix Weber. He is the founder of Swarm, organizing and facilitating numerous conversations. He's well known and loved in the community, and he gave up his day job some month ago to engage 100% in Catalyst. And I personally know Felix, and I would say, yes, this is definitely Felix. And I didn't know he gave up his day job, but that's awesome. And he's definitely 100% in Catalyst. I see literally messages from him at like all hours of the day. I don't even know if he sleeps, but huge community member. Shout out to Felix. Next, we have Lucio Corre. It's spelled Coire. I think that's how you pronounce that. Lucio built the first scripts to run the Catalyst Alliance and a veteran Catalyst Alliance process with the yellow and red card. Yeah, I did see that. So that's one of the steps that we took in improving our not Catalyst Alliance, I'm sorry, Catalyst Advisor process. And he continuously is providing tooling for the community. So thank you, Lucio. And if anyone wants to jump in while I'm talking, go ahead. I'm just reading
I
off.
see in the
spreadsheet
chat.
right now.
Yeah, people say Felix rock. So I agree.
Most definitely. Next, we have Rodrigo Pachecini. He's a highly engaged Catalyst advisor, veteran Catalyst advisor who gets progress done. He's best known for the initial concept of the yellow-red card and its improvements. So it sounds like he's working with Lucio on that stuff. Next, we have Victor Corsino. He is a co-builder of the voting tool, officially used for the fund voting process. He's highly engaged. He is a highly engaged community member and a community advisor. He's also a Catalyst school director, and he's part of the Swarm core team. Scroll over. And a member of the Catalyst Alliance. Awesome. So thank you, Victor. Next on our list here, we have Stephen Aldrich. I know Stephen. He's the community's grandpa. That's a good, yeah, I agree. Stephen is constantly highly engaged with various individuals and groups in the Catalyst community and enjoys a huge trust and reputation from a wide spectrum in the community. It's remarkable. Hold on, this goes off the page. It's remarkable. Oh, I guess that's it. It's remarkable. It's remarkable, Steve. Thank you.
It's enough. It's remarkable.
Next on the list, we have Tivo Sachs. He uses his free time to participate deeply to various groups, Gimbal Labs, Swarm, Alliance, and he also organizes the data. And I don't know if you're all familiar, but he does this on the Miro board. I got introduced to that tool from Gimbal Labs, and it's a really good tool. It's basically like a community whiteboard where everyone can put some Post-its up, and whiteboards and using Post-its is just like a really good way of organizing ideas and like brainstorming sessions and documenting like the work that groups are doing. So he's pretty much like the guru on that. So I personally have worked with Tivo in some of those groups and definitely agree. He's a big community member, and I appreciate the work he does. Next on our list, we have Phil Cove. I hope I'm pronouncing your last name right. Phil is one of the most prolific workers in the Catalyst Discord server. He also started the community landing page development and attracted many to join in his effort. So thank you, Phil. And if I'm not mistaken, maybe that was someone else. We'll probably get to that person. There's someone else that started another Catalyst platform, so maybe we'll get to that person. Mercy is next on our list. Mercy is an unassuming force that reminds us what our core ethos is with respect to Africa and banking the unbanked. So I personally have been in some meetings with Mercy, and when she talks, it just, I feel like this like warm, good feeling, and like she's speaking from the heart, and I can just feel it, and I appreciate. I just like listening to Mercy talk, honestly. Great person from what I can tell. Keep doing what you're doing. Next, we have Kazar, or Derek, for tirelessly sticking his nose into places where it may not belong, but tends to get conversation started, for being the contrarian voice in some cases and the cheerleader in the next. All right. Thank you, Kazar. Let me just make sure I'm still talking on a live stream and not just talking to myself. All right, looks like everyone's still here. Is everyone still here? Am I just talking to myself?
No, you're good.
All right, cool. Just got to double check. All right. Renee
Kazar's
Metler.
our bird dog. Good job, Kazar.
We appreciate you, brother.
Yes, I do too. I've seen what you do, and you've been in some of the meetings I've been in, and I appreciate your point of view as well. It's needed. We don't want groupthink. So thank you. Renee Metler, a very centered community advisor and veteran community advisor, works mostly quietly and also gives precise and valuable contributions. I would agree with that. Yeah. Thank you, Renee. I think he's been in some of our meetings too. So awesome. Mike Mcnulty is next. Mike, this guy, happy face. This guy simply represents an amazing mix of goodwill, straight focus, and an amazing 3,000-foot perspective without losing ground. Always stand up for help, highly trustful. Scrolling over. Mostly he is quite silent, but if he says something, damn, it rocks. All right. So he carries a big stick. That's what's up, Mike. Thank you for what you do. All right, next we have our very own Maria Carmo. Who doesn't know Maria?
100%. She's amazing.
Who doesn't know Maria?
She's amazing, man. So much going on there. Great education programs too.
Lovelace Academy, and like that energy that she brings, and like that fiery passion.
So kind,
Like-
so positive, always. It's so good to see.
100%. So I'm just going to read what it says here. It says, our Maria Rebel, all over the place, spending her whole life to the community and the community's health and sustainability. Ambassador and SPO as much as a person. Always there to listen to your problems and always up to find solutions. So yeah, I definitely agree. Maria, thank you. Keep doing what you're doing. Next, we have Steve Lockhart. So this is another community advisor. Solid advice from this guy. All the meetings that I've been in with him, I feel like after people have said what they want to say, like he just brings it home. Like, okay, well, this is why we're here. This is why it matters. And it just really, it's like a grounding. He's like that grounding force, like that we need, like when it comes to like, okay, what are we actually doing? What are we building? Like, why are we doing this? And I personally really appreciate his perspective and what he has to say. I think most of his work so far, from what I've seen, is on like tokenomics, and I'm sure he's involved in a lot more than that, but that's personally what I've seen. Someone was saying something. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say most of what I've seen is he's going to be really good when we have to make hard decisions. He's going to be a really good, a good personality that can, I think, bring conflicting sides together, and we need a lot of that. So that's good.
And he's deeply concerned with how do we help humanity as a whole, and that's what Cardano to me is about. So I mean, I appreciate you. All right, moving on. Next we have Jacob Dickhout. I hope I pronounced that correctly.
Oh, Jacob. I can talk about Jacob.
All right, go for
Jacob is Jacob's doing some work for Kaizen, I believe. He's doing the NFT stuff for Kaizen. And so he's an avid kind of, hardcore Cardano dude. And he got into jet chickens, he saw that and he's like, this is my favorite NFT project. So he was the guy who did the live stream that aped into him with me the other night. He, shout out to Jacob. We appreciate you. We hope you're getting better and becoming more well and stronger. And thank you for your contributions. And so he is actively reaching out, trying to elevate the NFT space. So thank you. I appreciate that.
And I'll just add what was written here. So Jacob is a young, mindful, and strategic upgrowing mastermind. That's awesome. His charming character and engagement
Cool.
adds a lot of value in the community. So thank you. Stephen Whitenstall is who we have next. So Stephen takes an important role by being a curator of the NFT DAO, and since the end of June, as well as for Swarm. Stephen's ability to document and conserve highly complicated and complex situations. Look at my mouse. My mouse just died.
I think
An
Steven was
evolution-
wasn't Steven the guy on
Yeah.
Cardano Effect? Or
Yes.
on Digital
on
Fortress?
Cardano Live,
Isn't Steven the very well prepared Digital Fortress, right? For the NFT
Yes.
DAO.
That's right.
Very well prepared Englishman who was just delivering.
Yeah, he was pulling up stuff left and right during that live stream. So I appreciate it. That was actually the first I had seen of him, but I've seen him quite a bit more now since then. And that's the thing. I probably
that
seen
was
a lot of people. But go ahead.
No, that was an amazing amount of work that went into that preparation. That's all I can really say about that. It was an amazing amount of work, an amazing amount of focus, and the delivery was just flawless. So thank you for your commitment to the Cardano community. That type of dedication is why we're going to win. So thank you. And that just doesn't go for Steven. That was a lot of individuals helping him prepare. And we can kind of go through that too as you talk more about it.
Yeah, actually, we have a section on NFT DAO, so we can talk more about that when we get there. So next on our list, we have Marta. And in parentheses, we have Nful. I don't know if that's her. I don't know if she's a stateful operator or not, but Nful is, I think, her Discord name or the project that she's working on. I was introduced to her in one of our Gimbal Labs playground sessions, and she really inspired me. I'll just say that with her presentation. So I would encourage anybody that wants to know more about what she's doing, check out Gimbal Labs. She's got some really great ideas. So I'll read here what she's got. Marta combines artistic and coding skills with a remarkable way of engagement. A very kind, open-minded person, able to listen and to understand various points of views and perspectives. So I wanna get to know more about what she's doing and see if I can help in any way, because I like what she's doing. Nori Nishigaya. I'm sorry if I pronounced that correctly. Also, someone else did I say it right?
I have no idea. I'm just giving you shit.
Close enough.
All right, that's all right. So also someone that I met from a Gimbal Labs playground session. So we got listed here as a Salmon Nation Decentralized Alliance founder and a stateful operator. He's part of the Catalyst Swarm, a couple other groups. Oh, yes, he is also a SPOCRA member, and ex-SPO. I think that must be another group. And then a lovely and engaged person with the heart on the right spot. And I'll also add, just because I heard him speaking, that he is an IT professional for like 20 plus years. He lived and worked in Japan for a number of those years, and he set up internet service providers over in Japan, but now he's back in the States. And I think he is going to be a key part of helping us build on Cardano. So awesome guy. Aiden is next. Aiden and his crew built up PlayerMint, a gaming platform with the goal to interact with the Cardano chain. They work constantly and hard on their project. Besides that, they build up a whole gaming community.
Yeah,
That's
I
cool.
checked out PlayerMint, you guys. I did a research on. I voted on that. PlayerMint is going to be awesome. You guys, check it out. It's coming. It's going to be big. I
Okay,
like that one. Yeah.
that sounds awesome. Do they have a website?
They do. They do. Yeah, the game integration stuff that they're going to do with blockchain is going to be pretty sick. I'm excited about it. My son's
I
excited
love
about
seeing
it.
people build. Yeah, it's wild. That's awesome.
Hey James, would you mind throwing that website in the chat? I definitely want to check that out later.
Got it. I'll pull it up from Catalyst.
All right, thanks, buddy. All right, next we
Thank you,
have Phillip Lago. I probably didn't say that right. Oh, Phillip, come on. This guy. This is our community
Yeah,
guy.
sure,
Right here. This Phillip, come on. I love this guy. So I'll just read what we got here, and then we can talk. An extremely focused person, never losing his ambition to move things ahead. He helps many people with his honest advice. He will never be polite with you if he needs to be honest. All right, I appreciate that. I mean, he's only been polite with the interactions I've seen him in, but hey, if you need to lay down the hammer, then you just gotta lay down the hammer, right?
Sounds like my kind of guy. Yeah.
All right, guys. So what I did was I put a link in. They did a recent video on what's going on with Player Mint, and they have a nice website, and it explains how it works. You guys check it out. This is no joke. This is going to be a big one.
Awesome. Definitely gonna check that out. So yeah, Phillip, dude, keep doing what you're doing. You're one of those center people that bring us together and make us have those conversations that need to be had and drive us in the right direction. So I appreciate you. Next we got Alfred. I think a lot of you probably know about Hotel Cardano.
Yeah.
Oh, Cash Alfred, Hotel Alfred.
Alfred's amazing.
All right.
I cannot wait to go to Hotel Cardano, man. I'm totally
Right?
going. Are you guys going? When I retire, I'm going. I'm staying with
Yeah,
Alfred,
totally.
man. Yeah, for sure. Love that guy.
Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna stay with him for a long time. He seems like some dude that would be good to crunk back with for a little bit, you know. I mean, I've had some conversations with him, and you can tell he's genuine, and that I think that'll be. I think it'll be really cool, man. I think he's gonna live out his days getting visitors from all over the world to come say what's up, Alfred, and I think that's pretty dang cool.
Heck yeah, I like that guy.
I agree. So yeah, Alfred, that's badass. You're a pioneer, truly. So keep doing it. Sosha Heppel. Sosha combines high moralic and ethnic focused philosophy with a strategic mind and orientation. He consults many projects and groups, always stays in the shadows. Might be why I haven't heard of him, but I appreciate what you're doing, even if it is in the shadows. Never looks for the spotlight, but is surely a person, scroll down, which should be honored. So yeah, you're getting honored right now. Thank you, Sosha. All right, next we have Julian Montag. Oh, I didn't know that. Co-founder of Gimbal Labs, a very kind, focused woman, which always listens, but before giving high quality advice and assessments. Gimbal Labs is awesome. For anybody that has not checked out Gimbal Labs, what are you doing? Like that's like the place where
cool,
a lot of what's that?
Yeah. Oh no, I was gonna say Julian's cool. Yeah, Gimbal is cool. They got a lot going on down there. I've had quite a few direct interactions with Julian. She wants to get to know who she's working with. She wants to understand the character who she's working with, and I think that's important too. And she does. She delivers. She listens very well, and when it's time for her to deliver, that's exactly what she does. And very good sound, and it's a voice of reason that I've always, in my experience. So I'm glad you showed up, Julie. Thank you.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Thank you, Julian. All right, next on our list, we have Old Crypto Geek, OCG. All right, so this person, OCG. It's difficult to explain him, but we would call him the silent architect. I mean, I don't know what this guy is not working in. Like he's like in every project I know of. This guy is just engaged in crypto in general since the very beginning of it all. He adds constantly value to the community on a way that most here, let me scroll down, will never know about him and his enormous work. He is building code and architecture in silence, never asks for thanks or recommendation. When others talk, he's building and building and building, and almost nobody knows. But I think people are going to know about it now.
Yeah.
OCG, I appreciate you. I see you. So
Yeah.
keep building,
Yeah, man.
dude.
You know, OCG sticks to the level of principles. Well, he's got principles, and that's something you have to respect. When someone has principles that they stick to, and it's in alignment with the ethos of decentralization that we've come to do, how he moves and operates. So it's somebody we need in the community. You know, we need somebody that is always looking out for the end and is looking at the steps we could take that could be dangerous and things like that. And so it's a perspective that we're very lucky to have. So thanks, brother.
100%. He's like a core pillar of like the building that's going on in the Cardano community. So I definitely appreciate that. All right. Who we have next? Ken Adams of KEWW. The Catalyst friendly entry point. Spends a lot of time on intro videos to onboard and introduce newcomers to the ecosystem. Thank you, Ken Adam, for everything that you're doing right now. We'll move on to Stefan Montel. Stefan is a Canadian teacher and educator. He supports various individuals and groups, not only in Project Catalyst, but also in his latest project. He created a Cardano blockchain project with his students in his Canadian school. That's badass.
Very cool.
I was literally just talking about this about a week ago that oh yeah, it was in one of the town hall after sessions. We were talking about how do we get Cardano to grow outside of like where we're at right now, and I was saying that if we were collaborating with schools, teaching children about blockchain and this technology, I think that's the way to go. So, and I think that's just natural. It's going to happen. But I'm glad to see that there's already people doing this. That's amazing. So who do we have next? You scroll down. Vladimir P, a very sensible and wise CA and BCA. We all know that means community advisor, right? So I don't have to keep saying that. I'll just say CA. Always listens to all sides and sees different perspectives. Also, a bright mind with long-term vision of the whole ecosystem, contributing with many challenge-setting proposals that might strengthen the future of Cardano. Awesome. So we got a lot of people in Catalyst that are putting forth projects that are going to lead us forward as a community. So these type of people are highly needed. So keep doing what you're doing, Vladimir. Next, we have Reload. It's spelled with a 3 in there, but I believe that's Reload or Row. The architect of the mind-blowing AdaGov. I don't think I've heard of that. Promotes data-informed decisions. AdaGov. Has anyone else heard of AdaGov?
Wait, where? AdaGov? No, I don't know what that is. I don't know, but that's cool, Ro. Thanks for architecting and building.
Yeah, you get some space coins too.
Yay.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get some space coins, and you get some space coins, and you get some space coins.
Everybody gets space coins.
Everybody gets some space coins. Dude, you need to make a song for that, dude.
No doubt.
All right, let's keep going down the
We
list
could-
before we
we
get
could
too
totally
silly.
We could songify this list.
All right, here we go. Dominic Tillman. Dom is a highly engaged and respected community advisor, working hard and constantly on the CA's involvement and achievements in a bigger picture. Respectable. We need more engaged people. So thank you, Dominic. Duty Edry.
Yeah,
He is the founder of the Israel Cardano community. Next to his daily job as a full stack software developer, Duty spends a huge amount of time in managing the Israel community. He is building and maintaining the infrastructure, which is the website and scroll down to see this, the social channels and engagement to translate Cardano and Catalyst related content from English to Hebrew. Next to this, he's a stake pool operator and a founder of a NFT project. Nice. He's doing a lot and he's working full time. So that says a lot. I was just there recently, Duty. So little by little, then you can transition, jump into Cardano fully. But I mean, it sounds like you're already doing a lot. So keep doing what you're doing. I appreciate you. Eddie Polinsky. I said that right. He's the co-founder of the Israel Cardano community, and he spends a huge amount of time in managing the Israel community, logistics, and tech support. He's a problem solver, and he's making Cardano-related videos that translates all Cardano and Catalyst-related news from English to Hebrew. And he's also the co-founder of an NFT project. So I think he's working with Duty on that NFT project. Be interesting to see what that is.
Important. Thank you, guys.
100%.
Yeah, we appreciate you all.
Thank you. Moving on down the list, we have Assaf Kurtzweil. He's an Israeli community social manager. Next to his daily job as a teacher, Assaf spends a lot of time to onboard and introduce new people to the ISR Cardano community, which I believe is the Israeli Cardano community. He hosts Zoom sessions with the community and also creates Cardano-related YouTube videos. And he's also a co-founder of a NFT project. All right, so that's our Israeli community representatives right there. Thank you, guys. Next on our list, we have Duck Tiger. He is the co-founder of the Vietnamese Cardano community. This guy literally built up nothing to a 4,000 person Vietnamese Cardano community, which is organizing educational projects, running 19 data stake pools, and translating Cardano related content to Vietnamese. So also, I mean, we need that badly. So thank you for stepping up and doing that. And that's badass that you got 4,000 people in your community already. So hats off to you, Duck. Next on our list, we have Josh, who is a co-founder of WADA, the West African Decentralized Alliance. He's a very kind and focused, highly engaged person with a bright, shining heart. So similar work to what we have going on in the other communities. So thank you, Josh. Miss Neona is an ever overflowing source of inspiration and compassion. Neona has seemingly endless energy when it is about leaving people happier than she met them. That's awesome. I love that. Keep that flowing, Miss Neona. Next on our list, we have John 2072 from ANFRA. I believe that's a stake pool. There's nothing listed here for contributions, but I would assume this is probably someone from our CA group. So all the CAs, I mean, honestly, deserve recognition. So I'm sure not all of them are on here, but I would just say the CA group in general, thank you for what you guys are doing. It's needed, and it's helping to shape what we're building. So keep doing what you're doing. Next, we have Niles Kajif. I know I'm not pronouncing that right. I don't know if that's a silent J, but Keith, maybe? He's a systems designer who wants to change our system so it serves the people rather than a selected few. He's a proposer and a deep critic of approaches that are copying past mistakes. That's big. We don't want to just go down the same road. I mean, that's why we've gotten to this point that we are at in humanity, because we're building on top of our learned mistakes so we don't repeat them, right? So this is our chance to build something that actually works and actually serves humanity, not the other way around. So thank you for your perspective, and keep doing what you're doing. Greg Bell is next on our list, but also nothing listed here, but I would say he's probably part of the community advisors. So thank you, Greg. Next on our list is Dallas. In parentheses, we have Citizen Cardano. He is a top interviewer with a philosophical mindset who tends to understate himself. He tends to listen first and ask meaningful questions on his podcasts to enable to get to know people better of Catalyst. So that's awesome. So thank you, Dallas. The next one on our list, also, there's no description in the contribution, but their name is Marklar. I would assume part of the CA group as well. So thank you, Marklar. Okay, next is our Iog team section. So I would just shout out to Iog in general. I mean, honestly, we wouldn't be doing this. We wouldn't be here if Iog didn't create Cardano. So thank you. So I have some of the team members listed here. By no means is this a comprehensive list. It's just some of the notable members, but we appreciate all of you. Dor Garbash. I mean, come on. We all know Dor. If anyone wants to jump in here, feel free to. But Dor to me is just like this. He's just like
An icon.
Seriously, he's an icon, and like just like that special human spirit that is just like, he has like that huge heart that he wants to see humanity succeed, and I feel it and I see it whenever I'm in a meeting with him, and I see like his face and videos and
Always
see
full
what
of
he's
energy.
doing. Like yeah, I can feel the energy, literally. He's just like a big beating heart to me.
Super
I love you,
kind,
Dor.
super positive, always offering good information. Just the best type of person you want in that position.
He's like that beating heart that's just like, he's like that, like getting us going, like, I love it. All right, Dor, thank you. Next on our list is Daniel Rabar, another amazing human. So we got here listed that he's a living Google machine. Just ask him anything. He'll stop for a few seconds and then he answers. Okay, his data analysis and presentations inform the community about current state and trajectory of Catalyst. So I personally have experience with Daniel. He's been part of SPOCRA meetings since the beginning. A lot of times when we only had a couple people show up, he was there, always contributing. And like, he's just one of those really productive individuals that he's got his shit together. He knows what he's doing. There's a reason he got pulled into IOG. So I appreciate you, Daniel. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, Danny's something special, man. We're lucky to have Danny. You know, from the moment Danny showed up, anybody paying attention took notice to what Danny was doing and his ability to not only engage and bring people together and accomplish, but to execute. And Danny, we're lucky to have you, Danny. Thank you so much.
Come get your space coin.
You know, that extends. Yeah, that extends to Dor too. You know, Dor, you've got a magic about you, brother, and so it's gonna serve the mission well. We appreciate you too.
100%. Next, we have listed here is Ben O'Hanlon, the one and only, another iconic figure of IOG.
Yeah, speaking of
I love
magical dudes, right?
yeah, totally.
Yeah, I,
Those
mean, I don't even know. I'm
I love
floored
those
at the
glasses.
caliber. Yeah, the caliber of people, the caliber of people this mission brings together. I mean, Ben's got some cool talents, and Ben's a salesman in a lot of ways, but he's also, but he's good. He's very good. He's in a weird role because he's a tougher. He has to handle all of our kind of frustrations and you know, he's growing, and his ability to grow is growing, right? Or what he can do, and just the level of understanding and patience he's brought, and I think effectiveness too, because his first goal was to observe and orient. You know, he wasn't coming in trying to change stuff right away, even though that's what we wanted. And by him doing that, I think that he was able to understand what's going, you know, he got a good visibility into what's going on, and you need to be able to have visibility in order to execute. And just the way you've approached the community, Ben, I think is, I don't know. I don't think anybody's ever approached us that way. And so that was very, very, it was
The
just,
way that I see
it
Ben
was just
is
very,
he's an
it's
ally.
authentic. You know, it was authentic.
Someone
Yeah,
that
totally.
you know
no,
that
he's an ally for the mission. Take away who Ben worked for, and Ben is here to change the world, right? And that's what it's all about. So we recognize that you're here to change the world, and we think you're doing an excellent job at it. So thank you, Ben.
Yeah, totally. You're right. I mean, when I think of Ben, I think of someone as a working partner and someone that, like, we can go to him with actual truth and feedback on like what's going on and like what's not working, and he wants to improve, and he wants to make changes so that like it works for the community, and he's pulled in a lot of different directions, but he just keeps on going. And so I really appreciate you, Ben. And I'm glad that you're getting a team under you, so we can have more Bens. They're not gonna be able to wear your glasses like you, but I want more Bens. Okay. Next we have Samuel Leathers. I don't know what his official title is, but is he like a technical project manager or DevOps?
No, he heads up DevOps, IOG. So he heads up all of DevOps. I don't know if you've been since promoted or do anything else, Sam, but Sam kicks butt. So Sam is he's running all their, you know, he's managing all of their systems, all the IOG nodes. He's very involved in the stake pool operators, learning and growing and working with you know what we're doing, and so that process, and so that's a constant interaction that Sam maintains pretty well in that regard. You know, he works closely with you know some of the stake pool operators working on the edge, and that's real good too. And so we recognize what you're doing down there, Sam, at the low level, and we appreciate it when you've got to bubble up and take time to deal with us too. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Sam. I know a lot of times it just seems like a lot of people are just screaming and shouting, this doesn't work and that doesn't work. And like, okay, well, there's people that are actually working on this stuff. And Sam is one of those guys that is there taking the heat and and actually implementing stuff and making stuff work for us. So thank you, Sam. Okay. Kind of in that same boat there is Darko. Darko, I also don't know his official title, but is he in charge of Daedalus?
Says he's a product manager
believe
for
Darko's
the
one of the
operations
leads, though.
department.
Say that again.
I was just scrubbing the IOHK website. It says product manager for operations.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah,
Darko.
He got something to do with that also.
Again, Darko. I mean, he listens to community feedback and takes that and puts it into action. So most recently, I know that his involvement with making some changes on Daedalus. So thank you. We do appreciate that. You got anything, Kyle?
Yeah, no, we none of the criticism is directed towards Darko at all. We appreciate all his hard work on Daedalus and what he's done to implement that. So thank you very much for all your hard work.
Yeah, thank you.
We know we can be a rowdy bunch.
We get wild. Okay, next we got Colin.
Colin's top cat on Twitter. Colin is Colin's an IOG dude. He's a numbers dude. I don't know what his official title is, what he does, but I know he's involved heavily in the rewards kind of, and understanding the rewards mechanism and looking at the research for the incentives, things, and how we might be able to change them, and you know, some of the protocol parameters, and you know, looking at that in detail. And Colin's very good at engaging us when we like to be engaged, and at least doing his best to provide, you know, insight to questions that really are very, very hard to answer and that he can't answer by himself. You know, like, what are the implications of this parameter if we go this direction? Very complex type governance questions, but they're technical, right? So Colin's got a great sense of humor too. And I think that, you know, and engaging with some of the IOG team on that level, you kind of see the color that goes into you know, the depth of those teams. So to us, you know, to a lot of people, you just see, oh, it's just research or whatever. But when you start to really look into what's going on below the surface, you can see very, very intelligent individuals are having very, very intelligent discussions. And just, even though we may not be privy to all of those or be able to participate in all those, it helps me to know that IOG has a stellar team. So thanks, guys.
Yeah, I'm stalking all these people on LinkedIn, and Colin is actually a quantitative strategist. So he's actually a quant, financial mathematician, deep subject matter expertise in financial instruments and econometric modeling. So glad to have him on our side for sure.
Yeah, that's key. That's definitely key.
Excellent.
And the way that he breaks down like really complex ideas for the community in his articles and stuff is awesome. So thank you, Colin.
Mm-hmm.
Next on our list is Tim Harrison. I mean, who doesn't know this guy?
Tim is straight up modern day
Everybody knows
cowboy.
Tim. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say next to Charles Hoskinson, I think he's probably the most widely recognized face of Cardano.
Yeah. Oh,
So
yeah, no, Tim's great. Tim's brings a lot of character and color to the ecosystem. Definitely great at his role at IOG. You know, I think Tim is understanding and learning, you know, more about how the community operates and recognizing that we're here too, and I appreciate that as well. We're all human, you know, and this is part of these community awards too, is we saw, we have visibility and we can see, we're kind of like the dogs on point. We can see far and wide. And one of the reasons we're doing this is morale. We want to pick morale up, and because we're seeing it drop in certain places. And Tim, you've been really, really good at identifying when we're kind of kicking on the curb in that regard. And I think our engagements are just going to get better. And I think as we grow exponentially as a community, it's just going to get better. And man, I'm so excited to be on this ride with you, brother.
Hell yeah. I totally agree. Who do we have next? Oh, snap. Okay. This lady right here, Miss Tamara, she is just like massive energy and like somebody that you really want to have in IOG when it comes to pushing this mission forward. I had the honor and pleasure of actually meeting her in person, and meeting her in person was better than I thought. Just like doing Zoom meetings. I mean, even then, like you can feel her presence, but she's just like this real force of nature, and the way that I can just tell that she's got that leadership quality and what you need to bring people together to focus on what you're trying to get accomplished. And so I appreciate what you're doing, Tamara.
Yeah, we're really lucky. People of Tam's caliber are very rare. That's all I really have to say. We're really, really lucky to have Tam.
All right, moving right along. So yeah, thank you, Tamara. Next, we also have another lady of IOG that is another major force. Well, the lady in the chair, unfortunately, has left IOG, but Arpana Jew, from what I had seen, was a big part of pushing the projects and getting us to launch point and getting us in this part of our roadmap on this Cardano journey that we're on. So I appreciate you, Arpana. I saw you, and I'm a little sad that you're gone, but I know you got other things going on, so I wish you well in what you're going to do.
Yeah, thank you for showing up and working hard, and we wish you the best of luck. And we're gonna do some crazy thing to make ADA do what it does. So this is not financial advice, but I would hold everything you have for a very long time.
100%, dude. Okay, we're gonna wrap up our IOG team. I know there's a lot more, but we'll just end with our own boy, Charlie Hoskinson. I mean, come on, would we all be here right now if it weren't for him? Come on, let me get some shout outs for Charles Hoskinson up in here. Let's go.
Yoo-hoo.
Carl, you created a way for people to make purpose out of your purpose, and yeah, man, let's ride, brother. Here we are. Thank you.
The idea. It all starts there.
Yeah, I just want to add, it's so wonderful to be able to participate in something that is a lot bigger than each of us individually, and be able to deliver something that's really going to change the world and help everyone out there.
Hell yeah, we're going to change the world. It's wild. That's why we're all here. It's crazy.
We're already changing
we talk, and
that's right.
Every day, everything we do impacts. You're not too small. Everyone here can push, and this is going to reverberate through history. I mean, this is some serious stuff, guys.
1,000%.
I see it. Yeah.
No, yeah, I mean, I can get silly and stuff, but there's a reason I'm here, and and it's to be with all of you and to further the mission that we're on. This is the most meaningful work that I know that I could be doing right now. So
100%. 100%.
Yep. That's the truth. Okay.
alrighty dighty, let's move on. Okay, we got all right, this next section on the list is related to the NFT DAO. I don't know if you want to give a little insight on that, Kyle, before we get into some of the members.
Yeah, I'm probably not the best person to talk about it because I'm too close to it. But you know, I just want to give a shout out to these individuals, these very courageous individuals. You know, I was pulled into a situation where members of the community, you know, they needed to alert other members of the community to what was happening so an assessment could be made. And we're a decentralized organization. And so what had happened is a project in Catalyst, you know, what I saw is a lot of individual projects had submitted proposals to want to do something special. And I saw, you know, the NFT DAO proposal was you know, from what my perspective was an attempt to kind of corral all that chaos. And it was a really great idea. You know, hey, let's pull some operational overhead off IOG. You know, we can kind of organize all these NFTs into, you know, these NFT projects into something that could be viable. And so, you know, I didn't really personally pay much attention to it. It was a funded project. And apparently a lot of these sub pockets that had kind of gotten pulled into this model for funding really were starting to complain, and sub pockets picked up. And so I started to take a look at it, and these individuals had begun putting together a business case in a lot of ways for why they believe the NFT DAO, just an accurate record of events so the truth could be told and preserved. And that was a pretty impeccable work. And they also, you know, thought it was a potential threat to the Treasury, you know, and I didn't disagree with that assessment. And so it you know, I kind of had a little influence in encouraging some of these individuals to go on to Rick's show and talk about the situation. But the amount of effort and preparation that's gone into this, and then paying some of these individuals is even felt, because they, you know, they went in there and a lot of these guys had the courage and the strength to go and submit a proposal, and then the courage and strength to collaborate with someone else's and go under their potential proposal, right? And I don't know, it just wasn't a really good fostering of Treasury funds, but these individuals stepped up and they began, you know, Kazar, you know, actually had a lot to do with bringing it all together, our bird dog. And so once a number of individuals got visibility into this, it was just a matter of time where it had to go public, and it was going to get to a point where nothing could really be resolved. You know how we do things. We have to get on a live stream and we have to talk to each other like people, right? And figure out what we want to deal with. In the end game, the reality is this, guys: we got a lot of money in the Treasury. We got a whole lot of money in the Treasury, and there's going to be a lot of people who see that and as something that they can take advantage of for their own gain. And you know, and we have to make those decisions as we come, because individuals, they may be able to bring something so good to the ecosystem, it's okay for them to prosper in certain ways, but some things aren't acceptable and some things are, and we don't have those well defined yet. And so the magnitude of what these individuals did is they brought together the community and proven that we have a natural response system to these types of
I don't want to use the word attack vectors, but vulnerabilities, right, to potential outside parties, who were requesting treasury funds. There's a way we want to do things. I mean, for me, it all goes back to standards, right? I've always been about standards, and I think we need standards in the types of projects that we fund, and we need standards in what we out of the funding that we give out. And this is why I'm such a hard ass on Cardano Foundation. We need standards and accountability for how they delegate their funds, right? I've always been, if they made hard decisions and stood up and made choices, that they could invest that money more wisely than just spraying and praying. That's it ties into my whole issue. So these individuals, thank you all. And so New Mind Flow is Anna Marie and Rares. They're two individuals behind one account. Thank you both. I do apologize. I'm not familiar with a lot of your work. I do believe they have just launched an NFT called Trilobites, I believe is what it's called. Tribbles. Thank you.
They're like those
Tribbles.
little furry, cute things, like in
What a Star
yeah,
Trek.
they
Yes.
remind me of Furbies, like those Furby things. But I
Yes.
guess it's like the digital version of it.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, they look pretty cool.
Yeah. So yeah. They were pretty neat. I wish we could share a screenshot of them, but thank you for that. And we appreciate you, and we encourage you to go and submit more proposals. You can do that. I think that would be very welcome. Dan was on the podcast with Rick. Dan was grinning the whole time. I don't know Dan very well, but I like Dan from my interactions with him so far, and he was involved a great deal in helping coordinate the community's response to the NFT DAO, as was Tyler. Tyler actually got on and came and talked a little bit about his past and history, and these guys are all working on really cool stuff. So it's not just about their response to the NFT DAO. These guys have things they were trying to bring to the table, and that's the beauty of it. So Tyler, thank you for your contributions and for your work in the community. We're blessed to have you. Same thing with you, Dan. You rock, man. And Mcracken, Quinn, I like you, man. I think we're gonna do very well. I'm actually gonna hit you up soon. I got some things I want to talk to you about. But,
Yeah, that dude's awesome. I like that guy.
Yeah. So if you guys saw the video, Quinn
He
is the
doesn't
guy
take
who
shit.
was
He does
working
not take shit either.
on
And he
some
knows his
code for
stuff.
the NFT DAO. That's right. I like that. And so he stood up and he's a pretty stand-up guy, and from my conversations with him, I think he's a very decent man, and I think he has a lot to contribute. And then we've got Mr. at Stephen Rowan. I'm not sure if that's your real name. I don't believe it is, but that's your Discord handle. Stephen's the guy we've talked about who lit up the who did most of the work, the delivery on the NFT DAO discussion. And he did you not mention him earlier? Because we did this once already. Did you start out with him, or was that the one we didn't record?
Oh, I guess he's on the list twice then. So he's that stand up. He's on there twice. He was listed as his real name and then his Discord server name, I guess. So he's on there twice.
Are they the same ones? Is it the same guy?
Yeah, I believe. No, I might be speaking out of my ass. I don't know. I thought that was the same person.
Okay. I think it might be.
Are we talking about the Englishman?
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, that's him. That's him.
Yeah. He makes me want to have tea. Right?
What kind of tea?
I don't care. English tea, bro.
Some English tea. It's probably about tea time right now, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
What about you,
It's
James?
just-
You drink tea?
Oh, brother, yeah, I'm a big tea drinker. I'm into this Thai tea. You guys ever have that Thai tea?
I've had chai latte. I don't think I've had Thai tea though.
You guys, Thai tea's the best, man. Get it. I have a great recipe to make it. It takes like 3 hours to make. Make a big batch. Tons of energy, and it tastes delicious.
Really?
I drink a lot
Energy.
of
I like
yerba
energy.
mate. That's like my jam right there.
Yeah.
That gives me like that like real like sustaining energy where I don't get like the jitters and stuff. Where it's just like I can just like focus on something and get it done. And like it
Sometimes you need it,
powers me
man.
through.
I mean, you just
Yeah.
need it. Spend 8 hours pounding away on the keys. It's like, oh, I gotta get some energy in here.
100%.
Yeah, it's brutal.
All right, now we're gonna move on to I think a lot of these are like our YouTube influencers and some bigger presence on Twitter. So first one we got here is Peyton. A lot of people know him as Big Pay. He was actually one of the Cardano family and friends ITN pioneers, and yeah, big YouTube influencer. He's got a couple different shows, I believe, where he features people that are building, developing on Cardano, and just bringing like general awareness and information about what's happening in the Cardano ecosystem. So massive props.
Yeah,
Thank
he's also
you.
got a Monday AMA, which is really cool. He's pretty much on top of that. He'll field questions or whatever for an hour or so, and that always works out pretty well. I watch those. He's helping me out. He's a good guy. He'll field questions. Or,
Actually, he was one of the people that inspired me to spin up my own Discord server to help out SBOs. Initially, his Discord server was set up to do that, and I kind of morphed into like more for his delegators. But I was like, all right, I'll take the reins. I can do this.
Right.
All right. Next, we have. Oh, actually, so Big Pay has Bloom Pool. That's his stake pool operations. I don't know how many pools he has now. I think he's constantly expanding with his influence. But Anthony McDonough is his partner, who is one of the co-owners of Bloom Pool. He's a diehard ADA fan and provides awesome support for community projects. And I see him like him pop up all over the
I
place.
love you, Anthony.
Yeah.
Yeah, Anthony's awesome. Anthony's wife's awesome too. Yeah, y'all rock.
Hell
So,
yeah.
I appreciate you, brother. Yeah.
I'm talking about. All right. Next we have Pritesh. So he runs Kaizen Crypto, another massive Cardano YouTube influencer, huge following, produces really solid content, and his delivery style is just like spot on and very articulated. And I've watched so many of his videos, and they've helped me out a ton. And I appreciate you, Kaizen. So keep doing what you're doing. Oh, and also I would mention, Kyle pulled your card, dude. You're gonna want to. No, it wasn't Kyle. Someone pulled it on the live stream yesterday. It was the
I
Kaizen Super
I
Chat.
did.
I got a Kaizen with a short bus
Oh, you
star.
did too?
Somebody got the super bad Kaizen. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a Kaizen card during
Yeah.
the Jet Chicken stream.
That was you?
Yeah, I got one too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
so
no.
Kaizen, this is your man
Nice.
right here. This is the guy you're gonna want to talk to.
He's talking about somebody got a super Chad.
Are you like AWB something? Was that you?
Oh no, that wasn't me. Sorry. No.
Oh, okay, never mind. All right. Yeah, the super chat is like the most rare of that. There's only one in existence right now. And if you go to pool.pm and you look that up, you can see like in the background it's a GIF. So like all the colors and everything like in the galaxy are swirling. So I mean Kaizen cards are cool and rare in themselves, but to get the super chat, it's like damn. So I just want to throw that out there, Kaizen, if you're listening. So let's move on. We got Rick Mccracken of Digital Fortress.
Yo, the man. He's awesome.
Yeah, you know, Rick's a special character in our community. He plays a very special role. To me, he's a voice of reason and sensibility. And he's not afraid to ask hard questions, and he's not afraid to think about something long enough to actually change his mind if it's good. But man, I'll tell you, Rick is just something special, you know, with what he gives to the community and his sense of what's important. I think we're very blessed to have him here with us on this journey. And that's just from what I've seen firsthand working with him in different scenarios. So this is why Cardano is so special, is that we have so much talent that's come together, and we're incentivized to act in our own best interests, but we're also incentivized to protect, you know, what we're building. And so Rick, you know, he does a very good job at bringing issues to light. He does a very good job at informing the community in a way that allows us to make decisions for ourselves. And that's very important. And that takes a lot of skill to be able to engage people like that, where it's just invaluable, and it's not something he gets paid for. He doesn't take money to go and bring people on his shows. He brings people on his shows because, you know, I think he's genuinely curious and thinks it would be beneficial for Cardano community to understand whoever's coming on his show is doing. And we don't have a lot of that. And that's why I was really upset when the Cardano effect was, you know, going away. Because I was like, oh my gosh, we really need some good, solid reason. And that's what Rick brings to the community. I see it as like almost like a glue. You know, it's very I don't know. It makes Cardano feel more like home, is how Rick makes it feel. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's special to me. So, and I'm glad you're here, brother. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I agree
We're
as
gonna
well.
make space coins.
Totally agree. Also, he's been around for so long, you guys. I mean, I've been in this space forever, and I remember, you know, Rick way back then taking videos on his cell phone in his backyard. None of this stuff was going on, and he was always pushing Cardano, always pushing the vision, always pushing. And I was like, man, this guy's like really on fire. And he was, you know, at the time, he was like one of the only ones. And so as far as somebody that deserves some recognition, who's really brought so many people into the ecosystem and created like a huge following, it didn't happen overnight. It took years, and this guy was there doing it. So I definitely appreciate Rick. I appreciate all of his advice and how he tries to reach out and help small stake pool operators like me. You know, he's given me plenty of advice over the time that we've been building these things, and it's helped me out tremendously. Rick's a good guy. I like him a lot.
Yeah, actually, James, when he first started, his show was called Cardano Effect, and he was doing it with a partner, Philip. I don't know if a lot of you remember. Philippe, yeah. Philippe.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Philippe.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree. Like they were making videos like about Cardano like way back when like nobody else was really doing it. Exactly. And I agree with they were bringing a lot of people into the space and educating and providing like that really needed information to help people understand what Cardano is and like the technical side of it and like the opportunities that were available. So yeah. Rick is super special in this community. Go ahead.
I just want to add to like you know, during the bear market of Cardano, like they were the guys that were still around throwing stuff, and that was what kept me updated on what was going on, because I was like a holder since like 2017, and it was just really nice to have that type of medium to like get updates on what's been going on and that kind of thing. So yeah, I echo exactly what all you guys are saying.
So actually, I'd just like to say then, Philippe, I'd like to recognize you as well. for the Cardano effect and everything that you did to help people understand what staking was and bring light to like the legal side of what's going on in the staking industry. You were the one that turned me on to like the staking pool alliance that like Tezos and Cardano were heading up, and so I appreciate you, man. And I miss seeing you. We need another video from you soon. Alrighty, let's move on to Papa Carp. So he's one of the masterminds, or probably the mastermind behind Pool Tool. What else is he's doing? Other stuff as well.
Yeah, Mike. I don't know what all Mike's working on, but he's primarily Pool Tool. Yeah, I think he does stuff in the guild. I'm not sure exactly what all Mike's doing, but yeah, his work on Pool Tool has been tremendous. What Mike did when he launched Pool Tool during the ITN, like it was so rocky, we all didn't know what was going on. So Pool Tool was like this place that brought us all together. And now we had something to talk about, you know, like, so then we started to collaborate with each other, all the stake pool operators. And it was like a war zone. We were just trying to figure out how to get our next blocks minute, right? And it built kind of a camaraderie or brotherhood. It really did through a lot of ITN operators. And so I think that's going to serve us well in the future if there ever need to be, you know, I would say rapid kind of shifts due to like the way the landscape changes, right? Like if we need to coordinate together on, you know, maybe partnering up in certain areas and things like that, right? So we don't know what the future is going to hold with DeFi and yield farming and smart contracts and institutions and unknown pledge curves. And, you know, so that'll be pretty interesting.
Yeah, you're right. It could get rocky, but I mean, we're on a mission together. So having these kind of tools that allow us to coordinate and collaborate like this they're key. And I would agree.
It was unbelievable what it did. And Mike and you know, even Umed, who is working on Pool Tool, partnered up with Mike there, and Pegasus Pool Mask. So we didn't put him on the list. Let's get him on the list too.
Yeah, Umed just had a baby, you guys.
So that's
awesome. Had a little girl.
Who had a baby?
I saw that, yeah.
You had a baby?
Umed. I just had a baby, man.
Well,
a little girl.
Umed didn't have a baby, but
Oh yeah. No, Umed's baby girl is beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could see him grinning from ear to ear under that mask. He's
yeah.
such a big smile. Yeah.
Dude, Umed, I appreciate you so much. All your content that you put out, and I enjoyed the last live stream that you did, and like the articles and stuff that you're writing. They were helping me, and like your mind on like things related to like economics and how we navigate like this whole space from like your banking experience, I think is really critical, and I like where you guys are taking Pool Tool. So I definitely am excited to see where you guys go with that, and it's a great tool. And then you as well, Pegasus Pool. I don't know what your actual name is, but thank you for
I
the
don't
work that you
remember
guys
what his
do.
name is either.
Yeah, I don't think I ever got.
I don't.
Some people like to remain anonymous, so I respect that. That's cool. Next on our list is Robert Fair, another stake pool operator that's very active in the Cardano community. His pool is COSD pool.
Yeah.
He's also a SPOCRA member. He's primarily active with the work that's being done with Cardano improvement proposals. So I think he probably goes to every one of those SIP editor meetings. They're bi-weekly meetings. I would encourage anybody that wants to understand the SIP process that's Cardano improvement proposal process, how we as a community, like how do we get changes made to the protocol and parameters, and then understanding changes that are coming and getting involved in that whole process. SIP editor meetings is the place to be. And then he's really outstanding in helping to bring awareness of the work that's being done to like a larger group of people and like the overall Cardano community. So I appreciate you, Robert.
Okay, I want to go ahead and thank Homer. Homer, you are relentless. You are in the trenches, supporting stake pool operators. You are hilariously unapologetic. Thank you, brother. So I'm gonna make you some space coins. You don't have to take them, but I'm gonna make them for you anyways. We appreciate you, man. Also, Glitch, I want to thank you, brother, man. You do a lot and you work hard and you really care about this mission being what, you know, we all strived out for it to be. And you ask the hard questions and you keep asking the hard questions and you keep showing up every day. And I see you and I see what you're doing. And Glitch runs the One Love pool and Homer runs AAA. Thank you guys. And then Antonio, CSP, thank you. I see the work you do. You know, you help out low level stuff. And I see in the talk to the no groups kind of here and there and working with Andrew. And so I want you to know we recognize you. And same thing with Alessandro, who gave us Space Buds. You rock, dude. You set the bar. You came out swinging and you swung and you nailed and you hit hard. And I hope you changed your life because you gave us something to strive for. And now that you're busting on that wallet, I'm excited to play with it again and again. And I look forward to integrating it into my products. And I'm glad you're here on this journey with us, man. And so Tommy, who's our community, heads up community management, I believe, for CF. Thank you, Tommy. You are awesome. And you love your job, and I know that, and I can see that, and you're here for the mission. And you know, Andy, I know you're here too for the mission, and we're really
I would
lucky
add
to
to
have
the
you guys.
Cardano Foundation team players, Frederick. I forgot his last name at the moment, but Frederick, he's the SIP editor.
My God.
Chairperson.
Right?
What's that?
Oh, I was talking about the CEO.
Not
Okay,
the
go
CEO,
ahead.
but the CEO, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I would give him a shout out as well. Dude, I mean, Frederick, the CEO, he's been, I don't know if you guys saw the last video that Ahmed put out, but he interviewed him and he was explaining the work that he's been doing with bringing changes to community delegation. So that's awesome right there. So shout out to Frederick.
Oh yeah,
both Fredericks.
yeah. If that lands, that's amazing, and that's just good work. But that type of stuff can really help kind of bolster the ecosystem if done correctly. I mean, you get an exchange in the habit of doing that, like, okay, let's rely on some community pools and they're not operating. I don't know why they wouldn't operate, you know. So just from a business perspective, well, especially once, I mean, maybe it makes more sense once the pledge issue is more firm and pledge matters, because exchanges won't necessarily be able to lock pledge in to maintain liquidity, right? So
I mean, I just hope this
sure,
marks a shift in like a trend towards exchanges not just maximizing yield for themselves and like thinking about, okay, how do I make this blockchain system like sustainable? I mean, you have to delegate to the community.
I agree. We have to incentivize that, though. People are always going to act in their best interest, and that's why this experiment's the way it is, and this is why we're screwing up where we're screwing up. We have to hard code in for the system to best benefit by people acting in their best interests, right? So
that's the human folly,
when
though,
we
right?
do that, then everybody will say what? I didn't hear you.
That's where humans make the mistakes that we've been making, like for our history of being human.
Well, no, if we program for it, then we should be okay. I mean, but that's all game theory, right? We're kind of trying to get close to that. Isn't that what we're trying to accomplish here? We're trying to have an incentive system where we all can act as greedy as we need to be, and it's the best for the system, right? And that's because we can't morally dictate what it does. If we start morally dictating, like, here's how we should approach things, or we should all do it this way, we're going to put everybody who is morally good and capable at winning at a disadvantage to everybody who is morally bad and capable of winning. And we've got to we're at a really weird point right now where we actually have to have a natural immune response as a community and adapt to those types of things. So I think we fix the protocol, we fix all the problems, right? Or at least that's how we try to fix the problems. Because if we start saying that you shouldn't do this, or you shouldn't do that, and it's game within. I mean, obviously there's morals, right? There's things that's up to every man or woman to figure out for themselves. But that's
well, I think the governance circles that are starting out are going to help with that kind of stuff. And but I think you're right about how do you sustain the ecosystem in general? It comes from the protocol, like trying to
and this is good.
Everything.
And this is good discussion too. So maybe we can move on and thank Marcus from Clio. Marcus is always raising the hard questions about governance and helping to put things into perspective that not everybody may be paying attention to, and he stays on top of it, and he takes the time to write SIPs. And even though he doesn't think many people read them, I appreciate the work you do, Marcus. And I believe that you are here to change the world, and I believe you are going to change the world. And so thank you for your contributions and your continued contributions. And this mission is what we set out to make it to be. And the roads ahead are probably going to be harder before they get easier. But I believe we've got a good core, and I believe we can all work together and make this what we want it to be. And so
100%.
Thanks, man.
And I want to thank all of you that are still here sticking with us, because we've already been live for over an hour and a half, and we actually were here before that.
Earlier, yeah.
If my dumb ass didn't hit the on live button, we would still sitting there. But here,
it was a good dry
I
run.
have to go in a little bit, so I want to run through some more people because we can literally.
We're almost done. Let me do Holger. Yeah, let me do these last ones. I'll light them up, and then you can comment.
So yeah, Holger, dude, I love Holger. Him and I, like,
Holger, you're
amazing.
Yeah, Holger. Yeah, we love you, Holger. You're helping a lot of people out. He's helping people in Africa. You can never say that nobody ever recognizes Holger again. Holger, we see you, brother. You are kicking butt. I love your personality. I love your sense of humor. And thank you. Your dedication is awesome. I see what you're doing. You're helping a lot of people run pools. You're helping people get their stuff up, and you're being very reasonable about it. So thanks, man. We appreciate you.
And if anybody hasn't already, check out Cardano 24 social. I'm probably saying that wrong. I'll find the link and post it in here. But yeah, check that out. It's an awesome platform that he created from the ground up. That is pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Now we got Ryan from the Muse stake pool. So Ryan's built a cool project. He is trying to decentralize the music industry in a way that gets underground artists or self-made artists rights to their own
music, gets them paid more out of the royalties. So I think it's a peer-to-peer platform that they're working on, and I believe he's working with Mark. And Ryan, I'm sorry if I butchered what you're doing, but you rock. I know you're building something cool. I know you think it's gonna make an impact, and that's all that matters. And so you go out and you be that force and you get it done. And Mark Stopka, I'm not gonna forget you, brother. Mark, you are a fireball. We love you. You're brilliant. Thank you for the color you bring to the community, and thank you for doing what you do to assess opportunities, recognize talents, and you know, put pieces together. You know, you're one of us, brother. We love you. All right, I'm done.
Oh yeah. Hey, I'm gonna have to reach out to this Ryan. I didn't know he's working on decentralized music. I was actually looking at another chain for one of the platforms I've seen for decentralized music, and I'm a musician myself. Actually, that's why
I'll
I
make
got
an introduction.
I got I got a recording session.
Yeah,
to get
dude.
to, but let me run through a few more names we got on the list, and I think we're gonna wrap this up. So here we go. Oh, yeah, see, I left off right here. Not forgetting anybody up in here. Okay. First, I got the SPOCRA co-founders listed here. So Kyle Solomon, our man right here, creator of Space Coins and Jet Chicken. I mean, this is literally the definition of a Cardano pioneer. You guys are looking at him, that guy with the firearms on his wall. What doesn't this SPO entrepreneur stand up for what's right, no matter what the consequences type of guy do for the Cardano ecosystem and community at large? Seriously. Okay, moving on. We got Adam Dean. I mean, anything Cardano NFT dev related, really? On-chain voting? I mean, before Voltaire era, come on, this guy. Like huge Cardano community builder, and I respect you, man. I appreciate everything you're doing.
Yeah, Adam.
Marco Guerrero.
Adam's on the forefront.
Yeah, 100%. If you want to say something, go ahead.
No, I think that the color you've brought has influenced so many, and if everybody understood like how Cardano community works, I mean, it's what you guys see on Twitter is like the bubble surface. It's just the magic of Adam's enthusiasm that he brings. This community would not be the same. That's all I have to say. You've empowered us, and you've inspired us, and you've led us. So thank you, brother.
Yeah, 100%. Thank you. So Marco Guerrero, he's responsible for NFT update series. If you guys haven't checked that out, it's awesome content and coverage of all the different series of NFT projects and artists, and in addition, like all the Cardano big guns interviews. I think he had Charles Hoskinson on a show, and then he also had Ben.
Did he?
Ben, what's his name? Ben from.
He had Ben, and he had the Terminator guy.
Yeah, literally
but
like action from Terminator.
Yeah, the reality though is SPOCRA wouldn't exist without Marco. Marco worked very hard in the early days to make sure SPOCRA got to where it was, to where SPOCRA could self-sustain and exist. And so that we recognize that as well. And yeah, Marco's a king in the NFT space. We recognize you. He cut his hair. He looks really good now.
Dude, he looks like a badass like Harley motorcycle like biker dude now, doesn't he?
Yeah. He could totally be a Sons of Anarchy dude.
Totally,
right?
dude.
Totally.
I love you, Marco. I love you, man. And
Great show.
Thank you, brother.
I second that about SPOCRA. Like it would not be where it is today without you, dude. So like, if you guys are enjoying the Mighty Network that's been launched, thank Marco because he's the one that got that where it is. All right. We also have our man Loris. Loris, pop your face in for a second. Pop your face in for a second.
Here.
What?
Another Cardano. I mean, go ahead.
Okay.
I see you.
Another Cardano, yeah. Founder. So, but anyway, we are several people who work on that, and Marco before that, he done a lot of things, and actually, before that, I didn't know, about SPOCRA, nothing. So, yeah. So there was like just to summarize regarding that. So Kyle, awesome. And actually, those are two guys which brought me to SPOCRA. So that's cool. But yeah, so
Man, you were doing it. You were doing it, Loris. So like right after the mainnet hit, CF launched this whole like stake pool school, and all these people came in wanting to run stake pools, and it was a disaster. And me and Loris were on the front lines supporting these guys for like a month. Just totally out of nowhere. So I was like, okay, this is somebody who's going to be valuable, and who cares, right? And
yeah, we did it like Cardano forums. I think
so
we were posting every day. Every day, a lot of posts we did there. Then we did on channels and everywhere. It's like okay, it was like full-time job for us. I don't know how much it was.
Yeah, it was. It really was. I was hoping we would get a little community delegation for working so hard or whatever. But I mean, we provided tier 1 caliber support for everybody coming in wanting to do a stake pool, and that's what we did. And
that's
and
what
we left
do.
the footprint. I'm getting messages. Yeah. I'm getting messages years later. Hey, what about this? And it's like, I don't remember. No, but yeah, no. So I recognize how hard you work for us, and you have you were there, man. You laid the footprint. All the new stake pool operators that are coming are reading posts and answers to questions that Loris wrote a long time ago.
Right.
And that's right. That's what we do. We leave footprints for those who follow. And so you leaving some pretty big footprints, man, and I can see them.
Hey, we're not done
appreciate
yet,
you very
Kyle.
much. And
We got our whole apprenticeship program that we're building out, so you guys stay tuned for that.
Yeah, it's a beginning, But I think we did a good, solid foundation. So with Kyle, together we worked our asses, to get to that.
100%. 100%. All right, I'm gonna move along. All right. Next we got James Dunst of Gimbal Labs. Woo! Has anybody here been to Gimbal Labs? Because if you have not, you need to go check it out. The playground session that he runs is top notch. If you want to get like a project incubated, like find people like that, you can get a team going. There's developers, like there's all different types of people from different backgrounds and expertise. That's where you want to go. Gimbal Labs. It's the Discord server right now. And then he's got a whole like starter kit that can get you going if you want to be a developer. So his background is in education. He was a high school teacher, and then he was also he told me he was what do you call those people you go talk to, like if you got problems or you want to like get some advice? It's like a community advisor,
Guidance counselor.
There you go, guidance counselor. Yeah, he was. I mean, guidance counselor. So like he was one of those guys that like if you want help with something, like he's your guy. You go to him, and he's doing that now in the Cardano ecosystem. So I love you, James.
Yeah, James is a leader, and his leadership style is it's very soothing, but it's also very commanding. And I like watching James. I think I have a lot to learn from somebody like James. He's tempered where I would be hot. And that is very interesting to me, just because I'm a different person, and so I'm interested in understanding all of you. And so, but James is
that's a really good skill to have to approach. It's almost as if he approaches everything with compassion first.
100%.
And
He's a teacher
understanding,
through
and
and
he
through,
listens.
like through his
and-
actions and what he says.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Teacher through and through. I feel like he's my teacher, and that role is never, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, yeah, you know, I really like people that I feel like I can learn a lot from, and I feel like I can learn a whole lot from James, and that's something special.
100%. Another person that I'm learning a lot from is Boone. Boone is he's the founder of Ada Maker. So this is a project that was started to also attract developers and get people started on their Plutus development and Marlowe development journey. And he's actually Ada Maker is hosting a hackathon in about a month, and he has a lot of content out already to show people how to use Marlowe, and then like you can also like use Daedalus as a Cardano node. So he's got some like really great information on that. So if you guys haven't seen that, check it out. I'm gonna move along. I gotta get going in a few. All right, Andrew Westberg. Like, come on, like CLN CLI. I mean CN CLI. Like, and then like his whole nerd out series. Come on, go ahead, Kyle.
Andrew's amazing. Andrew's amazing. I love you, Andrew. That's all I gotta say. You rock, dude. You're on. He's down there at the low level. He's talking to the node. You know, he's just getting it done. He's asking the hard questions. He's getting us the tools we need to get. You know, he had played an integral part in getting us leader logs out the gate. You know, mission wouldn't be the same without him, and same's for Martin. You know, well, thank you, Andrew. Appreciate you very much.
He's doing very
He is the
important
founder
work.
or the creator.
He's doing quite good. Also.
Your manager too. So, yep.
Yeah, and then I don't know if you guys seen
And,
his most
Martin,
recent work with SIP22. He's actually doing the work for IOG, like literally, like, and it's going to be massive for the Cardano community. Like he's building a tool to validate stake pool operators. So if you guys haven't seen it, I'm not going to go into it. It's SIP22. Go look it up. So yeah, go ahead with Martin.
Yeah. Oh no, you're right. You're right. Andrew deserves mad praise. He's working so hard. Martin's same boat. Martin gets up and he grinds and he gives us what we need, and he works very hard, and he stays on top of Ledger and the firmware and, you know, with what Vacuum Labs is putting out so that stake pool operators can sign, you know, via Ledger. And he works closely with IOG in a lot of regards. You know, Andrew and Martin are both, you know, Onzo Blue SPOs, you know, and so they work very hard and they're very in tune, and you know, they give a lot. So they give a few hours to Cardano every day at least, and so they're dedicated. And so the SPO community wouldn't be the same without Martin.
Yep.
Thank you, man. And your beard is unbelievable. I want to go swimming in it one day. You seen his? It's just amazing.
Totally. Another person that probably most of you haven't heard of is Jonathan Dunsmore. He's actually our legal counsel for SPOCRA, but he's doing work in the blockchain space that it goes beyond just what he's doing with us. I don't know if you want to talk about that, Kyle, or we just leave
Yeah,
it
no,
at that.
John's awesome. Yeah, no, John's legit. John's actually my attorney too for Doja. He cares about the mission, and that's awesome. And so he's carried himself in a way that would, you know, be indicative of that, and that's very rare. So we're lucky to have John along with us and fighting the good fight. So thank you, John. We got some space coins for you.
Hell yeah. All right, we got 3 left on the list, and then I have a couple more, and then if you guys want to continue hanging out, you can, but I got to run. All right, so Stale and Planet Pals for creating and facilitating the Cardano, or it's a CFNT Discord server. So like all that like in the trenches, like auctions for NFTs. You can thank these guys for starting that up. Next, we got so this is someone that has a bunch of NFT projects. It's Mad in Art, and someone that's just like super passionate about what they're doing and making sure that people understand like that all these projects are not just about gaining profit. It's also about the art and making a difference in art. All right. Lastly, Lathisan. I don't know if they were in the Cardano community
Hell yeah.
before, or did you pull them in, Kyle? But they're responsible for Hydron and Token. Give us a shout out.
Yeah, so Lath, man. I call him Lath for short, because I think that's cool. And Tisan is what he ended up pulling off is he came in with a stake pool. He ran a stake pool for a while. I think it was Ada Bros. I don't remember, but he was around for a little while. But he's working full time, and he was building out token.io. And so I was watching, kind of had visibility into that come together. And this guy is talented, unbelievably talented, right? Just from the level of how he can architect and throw things together. And he's got a good grasp on just modularization, so he can move very quickly. And so he was building out token, and he's still doing that. He's working on that right now. But I had a conversation with him, and for what I needed to do for Catalyst is deliver an open component that would enable, some things that I needed to do to accept data payments. So I started looking at it from the functionality that I needed, but then I started to talk to Lath, and he was really good with understanding what I needed. It was a little back and forth there, but very rarely can you as a project manager offload requirements and then the developer come full circle and say, okay, here's what I'm thinking. And it's like, yeah, okay, cool. You hash a few things out, and then you've got the architecture for it. And, there was a little back and forth with whether or not we were going to throw a node in Hydron or not, right? But I think we're ultimately going to expand the API functionality to support, like more things like from Gimbal acts like Dandelion. So it's not just like dependent on Block Frost. And then that'll keep it more modular. But it's just amazing what Lath has done. I haven't seen a developer been able to work a full-time job, first of all. Okay, this guy's working a full-time job, and in his hour, he delivered that in under 30 days. And that's what he told me he was going to do. And I did what I told him. We came to an agreement. We talked about it. We came to an agreement. I said, here's what I can do. And that's what we did. And he if we get him full-time, we're going to make a lot of cool stuff. And so that's something we need to do, I think, is figure out how to get him here full-time. I don't care
and
what
the
it
fact
is.
that you guys created
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get him a stake pool and stake to it. I don't care what it is. Get his ass here full-time. Let's
do it.
He's that good. Yeah. Everybody needs to know who you are and what you've come to do. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious to those who are technical what Hydron is. But to those who aren't, what Lath did in 30 days is he delivered a bolt-on, drop-on solution for anybody who's writing code to accept ADA payments, and for anybody who's writing code to drop native assets after accepting ADA payments. So it's pretty wicked delivery. So thanks, man. You rock. I'm so excited that you're here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to working with you. All right, guys, are we ready to wrap up? Or you guys want to go for another hour?
I think there are many people in it, which we.
I see some yawns up in here. All right, so
Hey,
I wanna
everyone.
shout out to James Roop right here. He's from Mint, CardanoMint.com. I mean, stand-up guy. I really appreciate like what you're trying to do and how you're helping out like the general SPO Cardano community. And I fully support you, man. I want you
Thanks,
to
brother.
keep doing what you're doing.
Appreciate it.
So we got some space coins for you too, my man. And then
Thanks, man.
E-Ray, you've been here a couple times. I appreciate you.
I'm the
as
new
well.
guy.
Hey,
Thank you.
everyone was the new guy at one point, right?
Yep.
And it's awesome. Like it's awesome that you're already here, like jumping in, like showing your face. Like I'll be honest, like it took me a minute to like get up in front of a camera. Like I was kind of like I was hanging in the background for a little while. And then once I saw SPOCRA, I'm like, what? I need to get involved. So dude,
Yeah, I mean, I fell in love with Cardano in 2017, and back then I was like, this is it, man. This is really what I want to get involved with. I had 2 kids back then, so it was just kind of crazy. Now I have a little bit more some leisure to spend some time and dedicate my life towards Cardano, and that's what I intend to do, just like you guys.
Do it, guys.
hell yeah. And Ada Coins, you were here, but I think you had to drop off. But you've been here a bunch of times already, so I appreciate hanging out that long and like what like input that you bring. And we got some space coins for you too, my man.
Also, big shout to Ray, our buddy Ray. You know, he's.
What the hell? How did he not get?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, you should be on
I'm
that
sorry,
list.
I was moving too fast on the list.
Yeah, look at you.
Another
slacking.
co-founder of SPOCRA and like integral part of getting us to where we're at right now. Like literally, Ray has like that.
Ray did what first donation on metadata, right? First on-chain donation. Is that right?
Hell yeah. No,
Yeah,
I mean
Ray-
like when you
Ray's
think
got
of
some
just like
history, I believe.
somebody that like is like pushing a movement for humanity, like I think of Ray. Like he just has that like super macro like view on things and like from like a spiritual level and just like it just gets it like where we're going in this whole mission. So I appreciate you, Ray. I love you, man.
Let's change the world, guys. It's going to be a good year.
Step by step.
Gonna be a good century.
I appreciate
Heck yeah.
everybody. To anybody that we forgot, we really didn't forget you. We love you. We're just trying to throw this together to make people happy. So so like maybe our Twitter people, Iog, and
Yeah.
everybody else on Twitter who's
I the king, man. I
Twitter
love
rowdy.
you. Dude.
We appreciate all your
Vegas.
yeah,
fucking love you,
everybody
dude.
on the front lines. We'll revise this sheet. I guess maybe we'll put it up and I don't know how we'll do this, but if you feel like you were left out and you see this video, then you can come and say something and we'll add you to the list. How about that? But if more than a month passes and we don't hear from you, then you can kick rocks. No, we'll do this again.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool,
All right,
guys.
guys.
Good.
Thank you all for
Thanks.
being here and hanging out.
Keep in touch, guys.
Sure. Catch you guys later.
All right.
Okay. Later,
Bye.
guys.
Appreciate it.